Our generation loves the internet, and we are being told that the internet is frying our attention spans. But what if I told you that that wasn't the case, and that all the amazing edits, all the new songs dropped, and all the new niche and aesthetic content are a part of a much deeper problem? This isn't a video to tell you that you suck for using social media, but we can't deny that the internet is getting more and more fun to watch, and I'm not just talking about Subway Surfers under every TikTok, but I'm talking more about the endless array of genuinely emotionally packed videos that exist on social media nowadays. I love videos that make me feel something, whether it's a really cool mountain view paired with my favorite song, or some weird nostalgic video that makes me feel some sort of existential awareness. These videos exist everywhere nowadays. And what I'm saying is nothing new. This video isn't the first video to call out the internet and the bad things it does to you, but it is important to realize why we pursue an endless obsession of emotions and content. And there seems to be a deeper reason, something far beyond simply having a bad attention span. So let me ask you a question. Do you remember any piece of media online that affected you in a positive way? Songs, videos, photography, it can be anything at all. The point is, I want you to think back to a point on the internet where you really enjoyed the content you were consuming. Now, modern articles would say that this is impossible, that our attention spans are so bad that it is impossible to remember anything and the internet is ruining our memory. But is that really the case? I can remember some things that I genuinely love and connect with, whether it's songs or even 10-second TikToks. Now, let me ask you another question. How many other pieces of media did you have to sift through to find a piece of content that you love? I'm sure it's a lot, but that's not the point. I'm not here to shame you for how many videos you watch. The point is that you likely don't remember anything in between those impactful videos. But that's exactly what I mean. We watch and seek and forget all of it, except those pieces of content that we love, those pieces of media that we are addicted to. And we're addicted to them for a reason, because they are made to be addicting. A lot of social media, for the most part, is a competition. It's a competition to get your attention. Whether you know it or not, every company, every YouTuber, every brand, and even me who made the video you're watching right now are all competing for your attention. So naturally, to get you, the star of this show, to watch my video, I draw you in and ideally create a video so good that you get satisfied once again and share my video or subscribe to my channel. Please? But this begs the question, just how far will people go to get attention, and just how good can videos get? We see channels like MrBeast who push the limits of entertainment time and time again, channels that make content so addicting to watch that we can't help but watch them again to regain the feelings that we like. TikToks are made 7 seconds long, packed with emotion to the brim, where we are forced motivation or sadness down our throat over and over again. Songs are also getting shorter, faster, more emotional and packed. Hell, video games are now being improvised as well. But now it's different. Nowadays it's gotten to something even more depraved, because nowadays it's not simply a competition for our attention span anymore. It's a competition of who can leave a lasting impression on someone the fastest, who can emotionally overload their viewers so much that they add it to the videos they love over and over again. Of course, nothing I just mentioned about attention competition is anything inherently new. We all know just how cripplingly bad the internet is for us. We know and we've known. But now we're entering a whole different era of the internet. An era of not just distraction, but merciless and unwavering gratification. We are entering the era of satisfaction. And now we're going to see just how impactful these videos might be. I'm not trying to imply that you should throw your phone into a lake and delete all your technology from your life, because if we truly wanted that, we would have done it already. I'm implying that we are not aware of just how intense this stuff is getting. Every day we are exposed to more and more beautiful, emotional, complex, intense, and fantastic content. Which sounds incredible if you don't look at the implications, but the more content that I do watch and the more time I spend emotionally assaulting myself, it becomes painstakingly obvious what those implications are. And it's not crazy stuff like I'm going blind and now I'm in a coma from TikTok. It's something far more mundane, and instead, it's a weird feeling of dread. It's a feeling of emptiness that comes from deep within after you finish watching hundreds of videos of emotionally saturated content. It's stuff like that that scares me about this whole content stuff. It's not the attention span. It's the fact that we are being overloaded of what truly matters to us humans, our emotions. Content of this saturated type doesn't have to be bad. In fact, I truly do love consuming content on social media. I love watching a good video. I'm aware I'm a bit of a hypocrite saying all this stuff about saturated content being bad whilst I made a fast-paced, attention-focused video. But before I explain myself, I want to ask you just one question. How would you react if you knew that all the videos you had ever watched and loved, all your favorite songs, all your favorite YouTubers, and all your favorite pieces of content as a kid were all made by AI? Bear with me here. What if it was all made by AI with only the sole purpose for gain? Only to optimize your attention and create a piece of content that is suited only for you as a token of analytical gain. Now at first, you might say something like, separate the artist from the art, I still love the content. But thinking about it more, I think it would bother us. And I don't mean to ask you this question to highlight the dangers of AI and to talk about the new AI that can create tangible videos. No. I ask you this question because it's similar to the feeling in modern times with the absolute obsession of videos that are solely made to make you feel so they can get your attention, then be forgotten. Now, not all videos are like this, but with the rise of quote YouTube AI content farms, faceless accounts that create for the sole purpose of gaining money and re-uploading content, or AI generated pointless brain rot content that keeps us ticking away sitting there drooling our brains away, or more commonly and more annoyingly, copy and paste attention-based videos that all feel the need to follow the same editing tricks, the same music, the same thumbnail format, and the same expressionless, expressive faces continue to pop up and kill it on YouTube because that's what works. It just doesn't feel real. I love making content. Videos like these are my passion, even the fast-paced ones, and that's honest. Apart from all the fast-paced editing to keep you entertained, there should be passion. And in the way old videos blew up because the people that uploaded them were just seriously having fun, that feels gone nowadays, at least at a big level. This obsession that we have with feeling something in the content that we watch is being capitalized on at the maximum level. And not only is it being capitalized on, it's also being mass-produced where we watch and consume thousands of these pieces of media every day. And we eat it up like it's nothing, because it's so easy to. The thing is, to be completely honest, right now the internet is still very primal. Compared to the exponential graph of potential technology growth, I would say that we are about right here. We all know what is going on with AI, the new Sora AI and its video capacities, AI art, AI language, AI whatever. To put simply, innovation strikes and we are yet another step towards WALL-E people. But all of this negative talk about social media can only possibly bring up one question. Are we doomed to the inevitability of endless content exposure and mind frying? Is it fixable? In other words, to put simply, are we cooked? It's so dystopian, thinking about the possible exploitation of technology in the future. The fact that WALL-E people aren't even that far off anymore is actually mind-blowing to me. I remember as a kid, the gap that existed between us and this dystopian reality was so large that it seemed unreachable. But now it feels reachable, and that's a truth that to me is far too wide to begin to cope with. Who knows how much more fun videos will be to watch in the future? I hope it's somewhat tangible, and I hope it's at least gotten a bit better, so we don't have to continue to chase unsatisfying conclusions. Right now, we're waiting for the next piece of content that can alleviate that itch that exists so deep at the back of our mind. We're waiting for the next piece of content to scratch it so we can continue to push it deeper and deeper. Aside from all the depressing and existential realities of our near future, ultimately, you decided to click on this video out of the other options that existed in your feed. And you watched, maybe because it's something that kept you entertained, or maybe because you like my video. Regardless, you found this video in the same way you found thousands of others, by scrolling and clicking and watching. That will likely never change. But why does it just so happen to feel like a trap every time I click on a video? Like I got duped into watching a piece of content because I had to scratch that itch of what happens by watching. I don't necessarily feel good about it, but I'm getting entertained and they obviously put effort into the video, not like I can complain. But I can never scratch that feeling of being duped by some of the content I watch. And I want to reiterate that this is not all of the content on YouTube and TikTok and things alike. There are lots of incredible pieces of content. It's just that a lot of it is this brain rot nonsense, this trick of getting you to watch. At a certain point, it's just so exhausting. Almost like there's a small shard of shame that you feel every time you click or watch. There's going to come a point on the internet where people are just going to get so exhausted of brain rot and people are gonna get annoyed. Who knows, maybe I can be extra intense and say that at a certain point a media revolution will occur and media will either become increasingly horrible and brain rotted to the point of actual drooling WALL-E iPad kids, or maybe, and more hopefully, a reset might occur, where it will become important to make passion content. Maybe we can reconcile with a slower and more felt type of content. If you were watching this video to find a solution to your addiction to media, I am sorry. I cannot provide you the answer to those problems as I still struggle with it myself. I'm aware that this is pretty extreme and intense for a video like this. It's just that up until this point, I've had a big problem with the same exact thing. The obsession of emotion and content. This to me is imperative. Not because people are enjoying themselves too much, and it's not because I'm a D1 hater and want everyone else to be miserable. It's because I can't imagine the amount of dread that comparison holds in the eyes of online media versus real life. When I look at content that exists online, anime, YouTube, movies, and short-form content, I can't help but compare the feelings that media online gives me compared to the rawness of real life. Point being, it's tragic how bright the internet is compared to real life. And when you can easily treat the internet as an inconsequential quick escape into emotion, you can forget what exists outside of it. And I can only say this stuff with confidence now that we've evolved to this level of internet degeneracy. I am not calling anyone out, because I am exactly similar. It's evolved into a genuinely concerning situation. Human emotions are quite literally being manufactured in the form of 5-second TikToks. At what point will the degeneracy and intensity of online content become impossible to conquer or stop? When will we know what's good for us, and how can we begin to care when we can just escape? Emotions are such a valuable thing. My concern doesn't come from a place of the Sigma grindset or some weird vendetta against people that use TikTok. The most important thing that exists for us humans is the authenticity of our feelings. To feel authentically happy in a real way is a different kind of value, one that exists far outside the realm of consumerism and exploitation of content systems. I feel this is an important message to spread, not the dangers of the internet and not to hate on anyone that uses it or produces content on the internet, but that true authenticity is a blessing. I think it's fair to say that abusing our emotions over and over like this is disrespectful to the complex and beautiful system that our bodies naturally achieve. Humans inherently strive for happiness, and I'm no expert in the realm of dopamine or serotonin, but I can at least say with confidence that the way I feel when I watch fake and ill-made content is not happiness, it's maintenance, maintaining the itch in our head that urges us to watch more. I might not have any answers for you that can change your life and get you away from social media. Some people might do different things like read, meditate, or actually throw their phone into a lake, but to escape from the web before it's too late is vital. To change in a way that prevents the disingenuous nature of the internet is crucial. Change is not easy, it's hard, because we're so used to this. It's hard and especially difficult in our world nowadays. But if anything at all, change is also ever more worth it than ever before, because we are beings made to explore, achieve, and accomplish. So seek. It might just bring you emotional happiness more intense and fulfilling than anything else. It might just help you understand that itch in your head. But what do I know? Maybe this was just another video to scratch it.